Leah loved adventures. She wasn't afraid of spiders or the dark. She wasn't even afraid of broccoli. She had two furry sidekicks, Bastien and Boudreaux. Bastien was a French bulldog with a wrinkly face and a snort that could make you giggle. Boudreaux was a tiny Yorkie with enough energy for 10 dogs. Leah, Bastien, and Boudreaux were the best of friends. They went on adventures all the time. They explored spooky attics and chased squirrels in the park. They once even found a treasure map in a box of old cereal. One sunny afternoon, Leah and her pups were playing fetch in the backyard. Suddenly, a beam of rainbow light shot out from Leah's bedroom window. Leah, wow, what was that? Bastien barked excitedly, and Boudreaux wagged his tail so hard his whole body wiggled. The trio raced inside. They knew an adventure was calling. Leah's bedroom looked like a rainbow exploded. The light came from a small crystal penguin on her desk. The penguin glowed and flickered, projecting images on the wall. Leah, Bastien, and Boudreaux watched in amazement. The images were beautiful and strange. They saw towering mountains, lush green forests, and rivers that shimmered like silk. There were also playful monkeys, colorful dragons, and buildings with curved roofs that seemed to touch the sky. Leah recognized the images. Leah, it's China! The penguin crystal is showing us China. Leah loved learning about different cultures. She couldn't wait to see these amazing places in person, but how? Leah looked closer at the crystal penguin. It seemed to pulse with a warm, inviting light. Leah felt a strange pull, like the crystal was calling her. Leah closed her eyes and touched the crystal penguin. The room swirled, and then everything went dark. When she opened her eyes, she was in a completely different place. Towering bamboo trees surrounded her, their leaves rustling in the breeze. "Woof!" barked Bastien, his tail wagging nervously. He sniffed at the unfamiliar scents of the forest. "Leah, we're in China," Leah whispered, her voice filled with awe. She couldn't believe it was actually happening. The bamboo forest was just like in the pictures, only even more magical. Sunlight filtered through the leaves, painting the forest floor in dappled light. Strange and beautiful birds sang in the trees. Leah, Bastien, and Boudreaux cautiously made their way deeper into the forest. They were excited, but also a little bit scared. This was an adventure like no other. As Leah, Bastien, and Boudreaux ventured deeper into the bamboo forest, the dense foliage seemed to close in around them, creating an almost mystical atmosphere. The air was thick with the scent of fresh bamboo, and the only sounds were the rustling of leaves and the occasional call of a distant bird. They came across a clearing bathed in sunlight, a stark contrast to the shadowy forest they had been navigating. The open space felt like a hidden sanctuary, untouched by time. In the center of this serene clearing sat a wise-looking panda bear, munching on a stalk of bamboo with a slow, deliberate grace. His presence exuded a sense of calm and wisdom. The panda was plump and cuddly, but his eyes held a deep sadness, as if he carried the weight of many untold stories and ancient secrets. "Leah, greetings. Oh, we seem to be lost. Can you help us?" Her voice was gentle, filled with a mix of hope and desperation. The panda looked up, startled by the sudden intrusion. "Master Bao, lost indeed you are." His voice was deep and resonant, carrying a hint of sorrow, not only in the forest, but in a mystery as well. He sighed heavily, as if the burden of his knowledge was almost too much to bear. "I am Master Bao, and you three have stumbled upon a grave problem." His eyes scanned the group, assessing their readiness to face the challenges ahead. Leah, Bastien, and Boudreaux sat down to listen, their expressions a mix of curiosity and concern. Bastien whined sympathetically, sensing the gravity of the situation, and Boudreaux licked Master Bao's paw in a gesture of comfort, trying to offer some solace to the troubled panda. Master Bao explained that the Jade Dragon's Pearl, a powerful and ancient artifact, a magical artifact that kept balance in China, had been stolen. Its loss threatened to disrupt the harmony of the entire region. The thieves were mischievous monkey spirits, notorious for their cunning and trickery, known for their love of pranks and causing chaos wherever they went, and their blatant disrespect for ancient traditions. Their actions had set off a chain of events that could have dire consequences if not addressed swiftly. Master Bao explained that to find the monkey spirits, they needed to follow the ancient Silk Road. Leah, Bastien and Boudreaux set off on their journey, following Master Bao's detailed directions. They were amazed by the breathtaking beauty of China. They crossed vast deserts where the sand shimmered like gold. They climbed over mountains so high they felt like they could touch the clouds. They sailed down rivers on little wooden boats, passing by villages and rice paddies. Everywhere they went, Leah, Bastien and Boudreaux met friendly people. They shared meals of delicious dumplings and noodles. They watched amazing performances of acrobatics and lion dances. They even learned a few words of Chinese. Leah wrote down everything in her notebook, making sure to remember every detail of this amazing adventure. After many days of travel, Leah, Bastien and Boudreaux finally reached the monkey spirit's lair. They had journeyed through dense forests, crossed raging rivers and climbed steep cliffs to get here. Their determination was unwavering, driven by the need to retrieve the Jade Dragon's pearl. It was a hidden cave, high up in the mountains, accessible only by a rickety rope bridge. The bridge swayed dangerously with every step, creaking under their weight. The wind howled around them, adding to the sense of peril. As they cautiously crossed the bridge, the monkey spirits appeared. They seemed to materialize out of thin air, their eyes gleaming with mischief and curiosity. There were dozens of them, leaping from the trees, swinging from vines and chattering excitedly. Their movements were swift and agile, making it hard to keep track of them. They were a riot of color and noise, their mischievous laughter echoing through the mountains. The air was filled with the sound of their playful antics, creating a cacophony that was both enchanting and overwhelming. Monkey spirit leader? Well, well, well. What brings a little girl and her flea-bitten mutts to our humble abode? His voice was mocking, but there was a hint of curiosity in his tone. The other monkeys shrieked with laughter. Their amusement was palpable, and it seemed they were eager to see what would happen next. Leah, we've come for the Jade Dragon's pearl. Her voice was steady and determined, showing no fear despite the daunting situation. It doesn't belong to you. Leah's eyes were fierce, and her stance was resolute. She was ready to do whatever it took to reclaim the pearl. You need to return it. Her demand was clear and unwavering, echoing through the forest. The monkeys just laughed harder. Their laughter was almost deafening, a chorus of mockery that filled the air. Monkey spirit leader, oh, you want it back, do you? Very well. His eyes sparkled with mischief as he considered the challenge. Win it back, if you can. His challenge was clear, and the other monkeys seemed to buzz with excitement at the prospect of a game. He snapped his fingers, and a series of strange and wonderful objects appeared in the clearing. The objects glowed with an otherworldly light, each one more intriguing than the last. Monkey spirit leader, we challenge you to 3 games of skill and cunning. His voice was filled with anticipation, and the other monkeys began to set up the games with eager hands. If you win, you can have the pearl. If you lose... Leah and her companions braced themselves for the challenge ahead, knowing that failure was not an option. He trailed off, his eyes glinting mischievously. The stakes were high, and the monkey spirits were ready to test their mettle. The first challenge was a riddle contest, set in a beautiful park where the air was filled with excitement and anticipation. The monkey spirits, known for their cleverness and wit, watched from the trees, their eyes gleaming with curiosity. But Leah was no slouch either. She listened carefully to each riddle, her brow furrowed in concentration, thinking hard before answering with precision and confidence. Bastien and Boudreaux, her loyal canine companions, were by her side, sniffing out clues and barking encouragement, their tails wagging with enthusiasm. The second challenge was a test of agility set in a rugged outdoor course designed to test their physical limits. Leah, Bastien and Boudreaux had to race through an obstacle course, leaping over hurdles, crawling under nets, and balancing on wobbly beams. The course was tough, but they were determined. Bastien, despite his short legs, surprised everyone with his speed and determination, darting through the course with surprising agility. Boudreaux, small but mighty, squeezed through tight spaces with ease, his small frame proving to be an advantage in the narrow passages. The final challenge was a test of bravery, a daunting task that required immense courage and resolve. Leah had to face her fear of heights by crossing a narrow ledge above a deep chasm. The wind howled around her, making the task even more terrifying. But she was brave, and with Bastien and Boudreaux by her side, she took a deep breath and stepped onto the ledge. Her heart pounded, but she moved forward with determination. Leah, Bastien and Boudreaux won every challenge. Their teamwork and perseverance had paid off, and they celebrated their victory with joy and relief. The monkey spirits were shocked, their eyes wide with disbelief. They had never seen such determination and skill from a human and her dogs. They had never been defeated before, and this unexpected turn of events left them in awe of Leah, Bastien and Boudreaux's incredible teamwork and bravery.